the reason I wanted to become a sleep consultant is that it is a flexible job. You can choose your hours. I really love being with my son.
Yeah.
And also in the Czech Republic, first 3 years is when mama receives maternity leave, paid maternity leave. I kind of had that mindset, and everything we know from attachment theory, from neuroscience, the first 3 years are the most foundational for future mental and physical health. And so I had in mindset, but I knew I wanted to have a flexible job, and this allows me to do that. I work 4 hours a week, and I'm actually starting to make some, good money too. So I'm curious. I'm excited where it's going to go next.
Welcome to Spoil Your Baby podcast. I am so excited to have my co-host, Rocio Zanini, here with me today, and our guest, Linda. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, Rocio, why don't you kick it off today? Let us know what we're going to talk about.
We have Linda, who is one of our Nurture Neuroscience practitioners, and she's doing such amazing work out there that she's coming to the podcast to want to highlight her work. And we want to talk about it. So Linda, tell us a little bit about your background.
I am actually originally from the Czech Republic, from Europe, but I live in California in the United States. And before I became mother, and before I actually moved here in COVID, so it was really hard to make connection. I just graduated from college. It was a really difficult time for me, but pregnancy and becoming a mother absolutely changed my life. And coming from the Czech Republic meant that I was exposed to different parenting. And when my son was born, I heard advice like, you have to sleep train before he turns 4 months, because you're going to face the sleep regression and you will regret it. And I was just so conflicted about that advice. So I started to read books, and I really was hungry for information. I was one of the moms who was just up at 3 a.m. reading, all the information I could find on Google, and it still didn't feel right. And then I came across Lindsay's Hookway book, who is a sleep expert, and that really resonated with me. Later, I found out she designed a holistic sleep coaching program, which I decided to take later. But this completely changed my life. I decided to support families with sleep. I decided to basically prevent sleep training. I got into this work to prevent sleep training.
I want to just take a minute to celebrate that. Yes.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I knew early on that I had to work with newborn mothers and even pregnant mothers or pregnant families, because sleep training happens early on. And, I actually, in my sleep consultations, I work with families who sleep trained and it didn't work for them. So I can still work with families later on. But because I want to prevent it, I knew I had to work with moms this early on. And back then, I was just really confused how I'm gonna approach sleep, what techniques I'm gonna use, how am I actually gonna support families. And when I was having all of these questions, that's when I came across Greer's Instagram. I learned about you, Greer, through Dr. Lindsay Hookway, and everything that you posted just resonated with me. And I think the fact that it's all backed by research and neuroscience just makes it more digestible, we think this is really truth, what you're preaching. And so I really resonated with that. And then you posted that you're gonna host a professional training. And I was so hungry. I'm still hungry for knowledge. I want to learn more and more. And I was really interested in the neuroscience approach. And at that time, I had no idea you're going to do the circles. I had no idea that you're going to provide sleep training program. I mean, sleep, teaching us how to lead sessions, sleep sessions.
Yeah.
And it just all came together. And now I'm here leading my second circle. I would say it's a successful, gathering for moms. Moms really need it. I lead one-on-one sessions, sleep sessions, and you gave me, or your work gave me hope. Your work gave me light. I didn't know what direction I would take. And your course gave me this direction, and I feel really good at what I'm doing right now.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Linda. It really touches my heart to hear the impact on you, and then now all these people that you're impacting as well. So exciting. So yeah. So, I had also done another sleep certification before this one. And I'm so happy to hear all of the intentions I had for this new certification have just resonated so well, right? I thought, it's so important to have the one-on-one sessions, and that's going to absolutely be a huge part of the work I want to train people to do. But adding the circle element to it, I think really, really was the magic kind of piece, right? Where we could really gently teach, we could really gently integrate and have people actually practice what's in my book and the things that I teach. And then also just create connection in real life for mothers and community.
Absolutely. That's what I'm craving.
Yeah, exactly. And so we wanted to have you because you have been just so successful in attracting mothers and in creating your circles and your one-on-one consults. Will you tell us a little bit about what your circles look like and sort of some of the feedback that you've been getting?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say I fought so hard for these circles because you are starting something new.
Yeah.
It's like your baby.
Yes.
And so you really need to be a business person. You need to be hungry for this. And I was hungry because I was waiting for this opportunity for many years.
Oh, wow.
And so I was so I have a 3-year-old son, and before this, I was a stay-at-home mom having some consultations, sleep consultations. So every opportunity I had, which means when he was asleep or when someone watched him, I was working on marketing and promoting the circle. I think I had to really get creative. I definitely got out of my comfort zone. I was recording videos. I never done it before. Videos on my face saying what to expect in a circle. I was posting regularly something I don't feel good. I don't like it. It's not my thing. But I actually really got comfortable with it at some point. I faced my fears. I was writing with chalk or drawing with chalk in front of the playgrounds, grocery stores, schools, that there's Nurture Neuroscience circle.
Wow.
Join the circle. And I sent a Google form after my circle. And some moms told me, yeah, I saw the chalk drawing. But the thing is that I wanted everyone in my area where I live, I want everyone to know that there's Nurture Neuroscience circle. Even if they don't sign up, I just want to bring that awareness. It was everywhere.
Wow, Linda, how incredible.
And actually, while I was still marketing, I traveled back to the Czech Republic for a month. I visited my family. That trip was planned for a really long time. So I had to market from there, and it's totally possible. I was then all online. And then I got back, and 5 days after then, I had my first circle. And at that point, and when I was still in Europe, I had one person who just signed up. Like, that's all, just one person. And then 5 days before the circle, I had 3 more people sign up. I'm like, okay, I can do this. But I knew I want more. So I hustled and I signed up even the last person at the day of the circle.
Amazing.
So I had 7 moms in my first circle, and it was incredible. I'm just so grateful for those moms for their trust and for believing these ideas, and it transformed their lives. And the second circle was so much easier. Like my limit was 10 moms per circle, and I have 14 moms circle, and they still keep reaching out. Can I still join? I'm going to do another one in January, but it's also hard because many moms have to go back to work. And at this point, I have to say no, because the circle cannot be too full. It has to be still an intimate and safe space for moms. And we have a certain amount of time for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, if I can share some stories.
Yes, please.
This space is truly transformational for me, and especially for them. I sometimes I don't realize what I'm doing. Yes, I feel empowered. I feel, I am the one who is speaking and teaching something. It's really empowering work, but I didn't realize sometimes what it's doing for the other side. Yeah. And I had one mom she just texted me. She said, Linda, you have no idea, you're changing people's lives. Wow. I will give you an example. I had one mom come to the circle. She was one of the last ones to sign up to. She was hesitant. This is her third child. And she went to a doctor. She was overproducing milk. And the doctor prescribed her medication to stop the production or slow it down. Unfortunately, she took too much of that medication, and she stopped nursing completely. Her child is less than 2 months old. No. Now imagine that situation. She finally felt like, okay, I'm out of the goo. I have 2 more kids. I got this. And then she loses the milk. And she comes to the circle, and that's like the last 5 minutes of the circle. And she is the last one to share. And she shares this story. And everyone in the room is like, whoa. We ask her, what do you need? And she said, I need this medication that starts the lactation again. I cannot find it anywhere. You cannot buy it in the United States. And then what happened? One mom in the circle said, I have this medication home. I will give it to you.
Oh my goodness.
She gave her the medication, and the production started again. So the next time she came to the circle, she said, I'm not producing as much as I would like at the moment, but it started again. Also, she had only 2 days left of the breast milk. And so other moms in the circle donated breast milk. So you see how this changed the mother's life.
Beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
Another mom shared, before the circle, my life was darkness. It was miserable. Anywhere I went, I felt like mothers are perfect. I'm not good enough. But then she joined the circle where everyone, right in the first class, everyone is vulnerable. There's no pretending. The prompts, the questions we have, the way it's structured, it's just really people open up. And she said that she went back home. She hugged her husband. She cried. She said, thank you for encouraging me to sign up. This is making me feel good about myself as a mother.
Amazing. Yes. Success, total success. I was getting so emotional hearing those stories, both that community support. That's exactly what a mom needs.
Yeah. This
situation.
is such a raw period of time for them. Yes. And they don't have anyone. Our society doesn't support them. And they might have some people around, but they don't know how to support them. And they don't know it. One mom said, I didn't know before I joined the circle that this is what I needed, that I needed to be surrounded by other moms.
Yeah. I love that point, Rocio. And I always talk about that when we're creating these circles and when we're creating our own offerings for mothers, because our society does put us in a position where we actually don't know what we don't have. We don't know what we're missing. And so much of the hurt and kind of struggle we can go through, that doesn't necessarily come from what happens to us. It's from what doesn't happen to us.
Yep.
Right. And so this kind of sharing what you're doing here, thank you so much, because it is giving people a bit of a glimmer of what they can receive.
Yeah,
postpartum.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, it gave me voice, and I'm giving it back to the mothers because I am providing them with information that is based on neuroscience. It's not based on myths.
Yeah.
And I think everyone deserves to have this information.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. And so for you, it sounds like it's been really enriching for you as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm still committed, the reason I wanted to become a sleep consultant is that it is a flexible job. You can choose your hours. I really love being with my son.
Yeah.
And also in the Czech Republic, first 3 years is when mama receives maternity leave, paid maternity leave. I kind of had that mindset, and everything we know from attachment theory, from neuroscience, the first 3 years are the most foundational for future mental and physical health. And so I had in mindset, but I knew I wanted to have a flexible job, and this allows me to do that. I work 4 hours a week, and I'm actually starting to make some, good money too. So I'm curious. I'm excited where it's going to go next.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I can't wait. And I also imagine, you in your community, right? Having put out so much, beautiful messaging and energy out, how much that is going to come back to you as well, right? Having this impact, right? The ripple effects of all the moms that you've already touched and all the families, and how that's going to spread is just
absolutely
so exciting.
Yeah, I am doing things beyond the circle. I am actually going to get all of my circle moms together in December after all circles are completed. That's going to be 20 mothers. Throughout the circle, I organize different events for them. Like I invite massage therapists to work on them. I invited an artist to cast the baby's hand, a photographer, and I decided I want to do talks as a part of Nurture Neuroscience Circle for this community. And the first talk is going to be provided by a marriage counselor, because I see a real need there for couples, to get help. Because I think it's the most common time when couple gets divorced or separated. And so I want to, give them some techniques how to co-parent, how to work together as a couple, because this is extremely difficult time. Couples don't have any support, especially in my area. That's
a beautiful offering. It is such a beautiful offering. There are a lot of people who have so much difficulty, right? We talk about in all things, including the circle, that major transformation that a mother and a father go through when they have a baby, and introducing this new intimate relationship and the support that the parents need, navigating all of this can be really challenging, really challenging for parents. And that is also my wish, right? For people to thrive in their relationship during that time, even though it's hard.
Yeah. My work is, I see that what I want to do, I want to prevent disaster. I want to prevent regret, and I want to do whatever I can to nurture the community. I'm not, it's nice to get a financial reward, right, for that. But my ultimate reward is helping them.
Yes, absolutely. I know when Rocio and I look at all the practitioners that have already been trained a lot around the world, we just imagine each of them as like a beacon of light, kind of just shining out from where they are. And if we can get practitioners to cover the whole earth, all we'll overlap, and we'll just reach all the babies of the world. And that's the goal, right?
Absolutely.
So you're doing it in such a beautiful way.
Yeah, I am doing it, and mothers might be doing it too, that join the circles. And
absolutely. Amazing. Well, for anyone who wants to find you, whether they're in your area or virtually, where can people find you?
Yes. So I live in Fairfax, in Marin County, in California. It's in Bay Area, near San Francisco. That's where I lead my in-person circles at the moment.
Yeah.
I am thinking about leading online circles in the future, but at the moment I do the in-person circles. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Nurture with Linda.
Beautiful.
And you can also find a form there to register for a sleep consultation, which, I never offer sleep training. I've tried to find a different option to maximize your family sleep and help with different problems like frequent wakings, night weaning from 2 years old, and so many other things.
Fantastic. Well, we'll post all of the links in this episode as well. I want to thank you so much for being here today and sharing this incredible success and modeling this beautiful, beautiful practice that you have to everyone out there listening.
I want to thank you too, because you gave me light, and that's why I'm doing this work, and it feels so good, and I would recommend this to everyone.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Linda. I feel it. I feel the love, and I'm sending you love too.
Thank you so much for inviting me.